Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello all.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, everybody?
All right, so Doctor Who, we are up to Series 10 of Doctor Who, Episode 9. The Empress of Mars, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Apparently so.
And I guess Doctor Who TV UK, not us. Not us. You watching? Hello? Doctor Who TV UK rated it. Okay, so what did they rate it, Chris? What do they say?
You're gonna have to give me a minute because I wasn't looking on there.
All right, well, anyway, before we do that, so yeah, again, we didn't see it yet, so we are just relaying the message.
Yes. Relaying what Doctor Who TV.
Saying.
Doctor Who TV said this. Not
Okay,
us.
not Matrix Lord. Okay. So. Not yet. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know I was reading this, so I didn't have it open.
Okay, that's okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Let's see.
You don't have to read it word for word. You can paraphrase. No. Yeah.
Basically, I read this like a day or two ago, whenever it was first up on Facebook. But from what I read, it said that it is a good episode, but it's probably not going to be like an episode that people are ranting and raving about, like in a positive way. Basically, they're just saying it's okay, but if you are an Ice Warrior fan, you're definitely going to like this episode. So, yeah.
This is episode 9.
Yeah.
We're running out of opportunities for there to be great episodes.
Ending with a bang.
We're running out of opportunities where we could say that this is a great season. This is episode 9. We're almost over, guys. It's almost gone this season. That we waited, what, a year and a half, 2 years for, whatever the hell it was?
Yeah.
You had all this time to write scripts. This is what we got. All right. I'm not happy that we're getting this output of episodes. Now, Eaters of Light is the one episode I really don't know crap about. So I don't even know how that is. But we did get a synopsis for episode 11. And my camera just got dark. What the heck? Wake up. All right. And again, it's telling because, and I could be wrong, but it appears that something happens and Missy is dying or going to be dying. And the source that told me that the doctor has to do a mind meld and go in her brain to try to keep her alive or whatever, that John Sims in there, bearded. That we may not have the episode we think we're going to have with John Sims. Now, again, the person only saw, I guess, that episode or whatever, I think. Again, this is take it with a grain of salt.
Speculation, folks.
I don't know if hopefully it wasn't made up, but I hopefully it was made up because I'm going to have a multi-master story. But I heard it's going to be a Into the Dalek situation where he cures the Dalek and the Dalek's like, all right, exterminate everybody. That when he fixes Missy, Missy's like, yeah, I'm evil. Let me kill everybody. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if she's going to kill Bill. It's believed she kills somebody. But, again, like, do we really want to have the best episodes in the end and the whole season?
No. You should have started off strong. And, yes, we could understand if you had weak ones in the middle, but you should start off strong and should end strong. And not these mediocre meh episodes.
What is everybody going to talk about? Now, we got an announcement tomorrow. And again, this is weird timing, but supposedly Doctor Who TV UK has got a big announcement or a big story tomorrow, they said.
Right about the new Doctor.
Well, I don't think that's a good idea to do it while the season's still going. I'm totally against that if that was the case. So I made some videos earlier today, and I heard that it was difficult to cast a new doctor because people have turned down the role supposedly because they do not want to spend 10 months in Cardiff. And this whole schedule thing sucks. So now I'm worried because I'm like, well, if this is really going to be a problem, then Chibnall is not going to put out 13, 14 episodes. He's going to do 6. And he's going to film 3 months, take a break, 3 months, which would mean that we get 6 episodes, or maybe, I don't know. But the thing is, I don't even think that he's going to do Christmas specials, which I said before I'm okay with, because the Christmas specials are starting to get sucky. So we could just...
What they should have done, yes, Christmas episodes are fun, but they should have done other specials as well, like maybe a Halloween.
Right. But again, the thing is that...
New Year's Eve. Or New
right.
Year's.
But the main topic is casting a new doctor and making it where we could get a situation where this person doesn't want to stay more than a year, like Christopher Eccleston. And that's not good either. I mean, with the ratings being the way they are, you need some type of stability. You want the new doctor to be at least 3 years.
Yeah.
The stuff about, I don't know what's happening.
Schedule, they have to write into the schedule. That's the sad thing.
So from what I understand, someone had turned it down twice. Now, I don't know if they have a new doctor yet, and I really don't think anyone knows. So if you hear anybody say, I have inside information, that's bull crap too.
No. Yeah.
What do you think, Chris? I mean...
I think they have a doctor. I think they have it already. I don't think they would get... I mean, I know it's only June, but I don't think they would even get even half as close as they are without having a doctor. You know, I think that... you know, they have a pretty good idea. They've had auditions. They know who they want. I think that they've cast their doctor already. And I think even before then, they knew kind of, not directly, you know, not specifically who, but they had an idea of what they were looking for. And you know, that goes into like auditioning and stuff. And maybe after the auditions, they were like, oh, maybe we should go in this direction or that direction. Maybe it differs or it stays in line with what they originally had an idea for. However, I got to tell you, I mean, if they're upset with being in Cardiff for 10 months, if any of the people that auditioned or they asked, then you don't get that person.
Yeah.
You get somebody who is okay with, you know, being in Cardiff for 10 months and whatnot. You know, if they have family, you know, problems with that, then maybe this isn't the role for them, you know. But I think they know who they want already. And I think whoever the next doctor is, they know already, and they're just waiting to be told, yes, we're going to announce it soon.
I think at the beginning of the season, they probably had their eye on 2 people. And then by the time the 6th episode had rolled around, or maybe even the 4th, I'll go drop that.
Well, they
were 100% on who they wanted, and they're just trying to get all the I's dotted and T's crossed.
Well, we heard that I mean, here's the thing. They're going to be filming the last week of October into November, right? So we heard that they may be filming Series 11 in last week of October, right? November, whatever. So that means they have to have the scripts done already, right? They have to. They have to have all the scripts done. If they're going to start now building sets and stuff like that and TARDIS and whatever.
They have to know what they want to do. They have to have an idea. They have to have the
doctor already where they feel comfortable with the lines that this person's doing. So that's what the announcement's probably going to be, a new doctor, or maybe we don't know.
I'm saying it's going to be a new doctor. I'm going to say they've got an eye on they're going to say one of the 2 people. And then they're probably going to say, well, our shooting schedule has changed somewhat.
Right.
But
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that tomorrow's announcement, they're going to announce what's happening in the Christmas special. If Clara's definitely back, or if Susan's
Yeah.
back, or a companion. So that is what I'm predicting tomorrow announcement is. Doctor Who should be done in July, correct? Right, in theory?
Yeah.
I mean, or the end of June, right? I mean,
I'd say the end. Isn't it the end of June, because we have Saturday's episode, then another week, and then there's the finale.
Right. So June, and then the season's done, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then, wouldn't they announce the new Doctor at Comic-Con in July?
Oh, it would be in July because there's only 2 Saturdays left after this Saturday. So it would be the 10th is the next episode. The 17th, I'm assuming, would be the Eaters of Light. The 24th would be the first part of the finale, and then the 1st of July would be.
Yeah.
And when is Comic-Con?
They're saying July 1st is the
Finale.
The Doctor Falls.
Yeah.
And when is Comic-Con?
I'm not sure actually this year.
Well, here's the thing. Obviously, Peter Capaldi would be at Comic-Con, right? Because Christmas special, right? Or no? Oh no,
Yeah,
they're filming now.
Comic-Con
No,
starts on July 20th.
Wait a minute. They can't have him because they're filming the Christmas special in July.
Well, we don't even know if Doctor Who's going to be at Comic-Con this year, because I heard a lot of people aren't showing up for Comic-Con.
Why?
A lot of companies are not, because
July
apparently they're all going
to the 23rd.
Yeah, they're all going to start doing their own conventions or something like that. I know Disney has D23 right around there, and so there's not going to be a huge amount of stuff at Comic-Con as far as I know.
Oh no.
So I mean, Doctor Who might be there, but
But wouldn't Chibnall be there? Maybe they would announce a new Doctor there, or no? They won't do that there, right?
I don't think they would do it at Comic-Con.
They do it in their home.
They would do it on their own time, I think.
Yeah, something like the proms. They would do it. They'd wait for the next proms and probably.
What is the next proms? November?
Who
Or they
knows?
don't do that anymore.
You know what they're gonna do? I don't even know if they're gonna have I shouldn't say you know what they're gonna do because I don't know, but they might not even make it like a special like it was with Capaldi. They might just put it out online and be like, here's the next Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's what they're gonna do? They're just gonna announce and no friggin' show about it?
I don't think they're gonna do a show. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, who knows what they have
The
planned?
guy might come on. May come on one of their entertainment shows and go,
Yeah.
new Doctor.
Well, maybe Chibnall doesn't want anybody to know.
Well, I think that's smart. I
mean,
really
if he's a showrunner and he says, yeah, you know what? I think I want to be surprised like everybody else. I want everybody to be surprised. I don't allow the BBC as a showrunner of Doctor Who to announce who the Doctor is.
And that's why I think if they do it, like I said, if they do it in the Christmas episode, what they should do is when the Doctor Falls happens, do just a quick thing to get everybody sneak peek to the Christmas episode, and you see him regenerating, but they cut it off there with the light, and then when the Christmas episode happens, then you get to that section, and that's when you finally reveal it.
Why can't they have, when they're filming with the new Doctor, why can't they have it where nothing is outside? Why can't they do it like they're on an alien planet and everything's indoors?
They can, but it takes extra care to make sure that you can do something like that.
Because here's the thing: if I was doing it and I want nobody knew who the Doctor was, I would film those episodes that are strictly in an alien environment where nobody knows it's being filmed because it's in a closed set. I would do that because you know what? That's what makes things. If we don't know who the Doctor is, you know how exciting that is?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, we can't do casts on it. Who cares? I'd rather be enjoyment as a fan.
Here we go. Make you assume the new Doctor is just is like a member of the cast itself, like playing some like secondary role. He's like an extra in a role in there, and then boom, when it happens, like, oh my God.
Well, that's the thing. I want to be surprised for once. I want it to be like when I was a kid, and I know I was like, oh my God. I want to watch Capaldi and then not have no clue who that person's going to be.
That's why I'm saying.
I really want to be surprised. I really, you know what? It sucks.
The only
Have the
the
new
only
doctor,
issue.
have the actor being the new actor playing the doctor, have you assuming that he's an extra in the episode? Set it up in that manner, so that way when he is revealed, it's like, oh.
The reason I think that they don't do that, though, it has to do with the type of actors that they get to play the Doctor. Generally, they're not very well known. I mean, I think Capaldi is probably the best well known of David Tennant and Matt Smith. So here's the thing. If you keep it a surprise, the only time I think that they would actually do that is if they got a name so big that you're like, holy fuzz, how did they get this guy to be the Doctor or this woman to be the Doctor? Or if they were making the Doctor a woman. But if you do it with an unknown actor, when he regenerates, you're going to go, who's that? And you don't want that reaction. So
Yeah.
I understand why they announce it, because that gives people time to research the actor, look at their work, and be like, oh,
I guess.
I can't wait for this.
It's also they don't want the press to leak it before they have their announcement.
Right.
Yeah.
Because think about this, right? If they kept Matt Smith completely quiet,
Right.
like the whole time, and then Tennant regenerated into Smith, people would have been like, who? Who's that? Doctor Who? Literally? Like what has he been in? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and then if it's a new actor who had only a couple of small roles, then they're gonna be like, oh no, this show's gonna suck. So
Right.
I mean, possibly some people would probably be okay with it, but it makes sense as to why they announce these. And I personally think we're gonna see an announcement about the new Doctor pretty soon. I really
Tomorrow,
do.
you think?
I don't know about tomorrow. I didn't even hear about this big story till just now when you said it. But to be honest with you, I think you were right before. I think it's going to fall in line with what the Christmas special, like maybe what that's going to be about.
I think they're going to say John Louis Coleman's in the Christmas special.
Yeah, something like that. Something
They're going to
related
say
to the
John
Christmas
Louis
special.
Coleman and Maisie Williams are in the Christmas special.
Right. I think that they're gonna make the announcement for the new Doctor. I think it's gonna be quote unquote a big announcement, but I don't think it's gonna go to the levels that they did with Capaldi.
No.
And to be honest, I never really figured out how I felt about what they did with Capaldi, because I don't know. It's just having a whole show about the next Doctor. But then again, that's because Doctor Who was at its peak popularity at that point.
The only thing I could say that they could really do in the Christmas special, which would be really weird, right, is they have, while the Doctor is going to regenerate and whatever, they also try to solve another problem and another characterization of me, which is Maisie Williams' character.
Yeah.
Where she decides to give up that chip to Clara. And then when Clara goes and faces the Raven, he thinks Clara dies, puts her in the room, and then he goes off and does his thing. And next thing you know, she's really alive this whole friggin' time. Or something like that. Which, and she would go out as a hero, me. Or she would wake up in the Nethersphere. I mean, I think there's going to be a happy ending for Clara. I think you're going to see Danny Pink.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
like they're going to have to get Danny back. Even if it means him being back on the couch again or something.
They may even surprise us. And I may say that he may pull out all the stops. He may make Matt Smith possibly appear in flashback, because there's a reason why Capaldi's trying to fix New York so he could save the ponds. For some reason, like his Doctor, even though it's regenerated, he has that on his mind that he has to do that.
Yeah.
So maybe in the back of Moffat's head, he's like, what if I really do crazy stuff and I have Matt Smith appear, Troy me? Because you remember, it could all tie together. Like Karen Gillan was like, oh, I really want to be in Doctor Who again. And so did Arthur Darvill, and it's like weird, But then again, there's too much stuff. I mean, unless this thing is going to be 2 hours. Because you got Gallifrey. Maybe it's not even Gallifrey at all. Maybe he'll appear there for a second. Maybe then. I mean, but something's going to happen Christmas. I just don't know what the hell it's going to be. you know. But I think it's going to be the Christmas special tomorrow. The announcements. You wouldn't do a missing episodes announcement while the season's going on.
They would leave that for the.
They would leave that when Doctor Who's off the air. Like when the season finale's done and there's nothing to talk about for a couple months, and they don't want you to like go into why this happened in the Christmas special. They'd be like, "Oh, by the way, we found Marco Polo."
Yeah,
you know, stuff like that.
That they would put. They would allow the BBC or Doctor Who magazine to do that.
Yeah. I mean, you think that's what it is, a Christmas special, Chris?
No, you know what it is?
What?
It's the Canine movie.
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
I'm telling you.
Imagine
It's the Canine movie.
Oh, God.
Didn't they just unveil his new model? Didn't they just unveil the new model a couple weeks
I'd
ago?
be so pissed.
It looks. It resembles that their updated Kitty show one.
Speaking of that, where did my Canine
I'm telling
go?
you, they're going to be. You know what they're going to do? It's going to be the actor playing Omega.
They're
going to be
Omega.
like, here's Omega.
Look at his armor. Isn't it cool? Yeah.
Yeah. And be like, oh, I wish we had that in the show. Oh, man.
You know, that's the one thing I'll never understand is how they're not allowed to use Omega, but they could do it for K9 movie. I have no idea how that
Like I've been saying, I honestly believe Moffat pissed somebody off at the BBC.
I'm sure something happened.
And they're pretty much just saying, you know.
He pissed off Christopher Eccleston.
We're not going to allow you to use these people.
Christopher Eccleston was coming back, and then all of a sudden he found out, oh, I killed billions of people? No thanks.
Yeah, but I think that runs a bit deeper into maybe part of his ego about coming back to Christopher Eccleston.
No, you know what? I got to tell you, I don't think he has this ego about coming back because when he's not doing anything, people have asked him to help him with wedding proposals, and he's acting like the doctor at the restaurant that he's eating in. I wouldn't do that if I had like a thing. I mean, he's being nice about it.
What would be cool? Sorry how that sounded, but what would be cool is in the off seasons of Doctor Who, they get all these former actors to do one shots.
Oh yeah,
it would be awesome to see them do one shots. And I'm not talking doing like big finished things. I don't care if it's a live action or it's an animated thing. It would be great to see one shots of.
I would be like a little kid if they somehow did like the 12 Doctors thing. And yes, they would have to recast, Patrick Troughton with somebody else. But if they had like if they had this thing that was done right, unlike the other thing, Dimensions in Time, whatever, where it lasted the whole summer and it was like a couple episodes and it was like a big battle with somebody, that would be the coolest thing. But of course, that would never happen.
But like I said, they could all be separate one-shot adventures, not really connected to the series, like the novels and Big Finish. But still, you have a Doctor Who adventure during the off season.
You could technically, David Bradley is coming back for Christmas, right? You could technically take all those people from An Adventure in Space and Time that's playing Ian and Barbara and Susan and make them be those roles for an adventure. You could.
Because like I've always said, what I would love, what I think would really honestly be cool as well is if they take today's actors, film it in the same black and white style, use the same but use today's technology to recreate the missing adventures. And on the DVD, of course, on the back, you'd have the thumbnail of the original actors.
Can you imagine them reshooting stuff with those actors like new? I mean, of course.
But still, it would be nonetheless. But in the little inside pamphlet, and even on the Who's Who, that's when you have both actors side by side in thumbnail. Say, oh, that's who's playing that character.
Mm.
But yeah, today's actors, today's technology, filmed in the same black and white style.
It's not going to be better than the original, but
no, it's not going to be better. I'm not going to say it's going to be better than the original, but at least you got. I know they can do the whole black and white animated. Still, I can't go far.
Well,
the audio drama so far, but still, it'd be kind of interesting. You got people who like their animated, and you got your people who like the live action.
All right, so do you want to say, Mike, do you feel better He's going to be
Get
with
better
us.
soon, Mikey D.
He's going to be with us on Friday. Well, might be Saturday night, not Friday night, because I'm going to be busy Friday night. But we may have some new members. I'm trying to work things out to try to have for the show on Saturday night. So we'll see. All right. Anything else in closing? No? Everybody good? All right, guys.
Said it.
Enjoy your Friday. Take care. Bye for now.